Oh, the promotion race is on fire. The promotion race is... It doesn't flow like I wanted it to. Maybe just... The race is on fire. Oh. Hello, viewers. Welcome back. Bit of music to kick things off. And I wasn't lying to you, the promotion race is on fire, and I mean the playoff race, but to get into the promotion spots, you can see there then Dover, Salford and Boston United all very, very close together, 67, 66 and 66, and it should be noted as well, Gateshead on 68, not too far away either. Things are tightening up for those places there, and of course, while we're still in there, 7 games to go, it's looking pretty good. A tough game today against Aldershot could prove to be quite demoralising, but it's not all to come today. We're also playing Kidderminster in the second leg of the FA Trophy semi-final. I didn't realise it went from 4th round to semi-final. It escalated very, very quickly. You can see there then, since we last met in, well, difficult circumstances. You know, it's a 1-1 against Macclesfield in a game we really, really should have won. And a 1-0 against bottom of the league Bromley. I mean, you want more, don't you? And Marky Fletcher, it's worth noting as well. 3 to 9 days with a pulled ankle ligament. He can't even play today. So, we've got a replacement. David Cartwright. I need to get him his own song. After that, then it was a 2-0 defeat to Telford. Beat Eastleigh in the FA Trophy 4th round. Carlisle was a 1-1. Hartlepool was a 1-1, and a 2-1 win against Gateshead. So those results pretty good, as well as the 1-0 against Eastleigh. You can see then some of the sides I just mentioned there. Kidderminster though to come today in the semi-final, and Aldershot who are second. 2 tough games today. I will say actually, one of the toughest episodes I've had in the series so far. It may well be the toughest episode yet. There's the title for today's video. Toughest episode yet. I mean, back to back anyway. I mean, this is going to be tricky. First game then, Aldershot, second in the league table. Goal scoring wise, they've got a couple of players that are dangerous, so I have to look out for them. I'm a little bit nervous. In fact, they've got 3 players who score goals, but Adam McDonnell, that might be key actually, is out suspended for today's game. That's probably going to be good news. He's having a terrific season. He was good last year, and you can see they're very well rounded for this division. I'm a little bit more fearful now. Charlie Brown up front as well, not that good. And then they've got this guy Junior, who's got tricky surnames, is also not too bad. Pacey, very good physical. So we'll see. Players to deal with there then. That's going to be tough. Looks as well a couple of starters maybe potentially not playing. 73% conditioning, 77% conditioning. If they start the game, they could be in all sorts of bother. Our team for today's game then will be Burton in goal. I've taken him off sweeper keeper. Fine, you've all won. Oliver, the Fire, Thompson and Cantrell at the back. Pozzo to sit just in front. We've got to remember as well, Ike Pozzo, very good little footballer. So nice to have him in there. The Spaniard. I just like the fact the Spaniard is in Boston. He's probably the first Spaniard to ever live in Boston. Lawrence on one side, Robinson the other, Alabusi on one side, Penny the other, and then Cartwright up top through the middle. There's a temptation to change him to an advanced forward. I play obviously Marky Fletcher as a poacher. Let's change David Cartwright up to an advanced forward and see how that works for us. Team-wise, I'm pretty happy then. The bench is strong too, and as I say, the biggest or toughest games of our season or our series so far. I'm quite excited though. I mean, we've got a semi-final after this to get to a cup final. First bit of silverware in the bank, perhaps. As you can see, they've opted for the 4-4-2. Nibs is playing up front. Harvey Nibs, I mean, he looks pretty decent for this level as well. But Charlie Brown next to him, I mean, he scored goals this year, but he doesn't look that lethal. I feel like we've got a chance. Every chance. And you've seen as well, we've had some decent results against the sides or above us in the league table. It's the sides that are below us that we tend to falter and struggle against as we go for a calm approach with our striker. There we are. Cartwright's loving it. As the games begin then, lovely old job. All right, we are in the orange. They're in it's a soft red, I would say. As Cartwright's got a free kick. He goes for goal and scores. David Cartwright. It's the striker. The David Cartwright. It just doesn't fit. It needs something. I mean, he needs something jazzier. That's the problem. There we are then. Cartwright with a free kick. And we're 1-0 to the good. Those 2 players that were tired started the game. One's already picked up a bit of a knock. And, I mean, it's looking good for us here. League table-wise, this could be massive for Boston. I'd say 6 games to go after this one. It looks like the playoffs will be ours if we can get a win here, especially if we get a win here. It'll put us on 70. We'll be 3 points clear of the teams below us. And there's teams above us there that are in touching distance. Kidderminster, who we play in a moment, and Gateshead. We could finish as high as 4th. I mean, obviously, 2nd and 3rd get those automatic sort of semi-final playoff places that I think we prefer as we go through. Alabusi with a shot. 2nd maybe? Oh, no, not quite that time. Of course, 2nd and 3rd get automatically into the semi-finals, and we sort of play a pre-playoff with, what would it be then? 4th down to 7th. So, I mean, getting up there would be even better. We're going to have to go on a crazy run towards the back end of the season. We saw last year, certainly capable of it, as Pozzo's got it. Robinson now goes for goal. Lewis with a good save, palms it over. Got to say, 36 minutes gone in this game, and we look pretty dominant, which is nice to see. headed away. As you can see there, we move up to 5th. Kidderminster have I think they must be losing then, as they've lost their point that they probably had from drawing. As we get closer to half-time, everything, this is a perfect episode so far, apart from the musical interlude at the start, where I tried to say everything was on fire. Alright, team-wise, they're looking a little tired, a little raggedy, whereas we, all guns blazing. We're looking very, very good. You've played well so far. Still room for improvement. We'll try and big them up a little bit. I'm going to say, what do I say? I think I'm going to go for there's a lot more to come from you. Although we've played well, let's not let our guard down. Come on then, boys. Here we go. Second half underway. And, I mean, we can't go any higher than 5th today, I don't think, but so far so good. In fact, our Gateshead play. So Gateshead are winning. I mean, they could lose and we could go ahead of them as well, but no, they're beating Harrogate pretty comfortably, whereas Kidderminster, who go into that semi-final with a lead, remember, are losing to Torquay of all sides, who aren't that good this year, as there's another highlight for our eyes to feast upon. Now, if we can close that down, I mean, Allardyce left himself pretty isolated. Cantrell knocks it back, and we're going to deal with that defensively, I hope. Just, yep, good. I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know if he could pick it up or not. Rolls it out to the fire, and now this could be some lovely football from us, or we're going to go slightly more direct. Alabiusu heads down to Cartwright, and now this is where we always look dangerous. Cartwright goes at this back line. Penny with a chance to maybe get the ball back across. Can he? He can! Robinson's there! Ossie Robinson with the goal. That's what you want to see. Boston Boys 2. Aldershot 0 are nearly an hour gone. You can see from the three-dimensional replay, it was actually really well worked. You thought Penny was going to shoot, but the ball from Cartwright was a little bit heavy. It gets pulled back, though, sorry, and Robinson puts it across the goalkeeper to make it 2-0, and this looks like it could be game over, and a lovely bit of form to take into this semi-final where we've got a big job to do. I mean, I kind of want to make changes and maybe rest a few players, as that's the worst thing that could have possibly happened. David Cartwright has got an injury. We'll bring Ben Morris on. I mean, it's an obvious switch for us, but that's not perfect. I suspect that's going to be a relatively big injury. So now he and Marky Fletcher are both going to... I mean, I was too busy trying to get a themed song for Cartwright. Now Morris is going to need one. I'm not prepared for this at all. Hopefully it doesn't disrupt our rhythm too much. There's 15 minutes to go when Burton does well, as he claims that from an over-hit through ball. Question is there a third for the Boston Boys? Is that ball up towards Penny? Isn't too bad. Meredith plays it back to Lewis, and they're dealing with that pretty calmly, Aldershot. I mean, this is a big game for them. They were probably still hoping there was a slim chance of getting an automatic spot, but Carlisle now, by the looks of things, are running away with it. We did sort of think that would happen at the very start of the season, as Robinson now picks it up in the centre and drives forward with it. Look at him go. The pace of him. Even rides the challenge as well. Penny, if he can pull it back, he can. Morris has just come on, and he scores. Lovely stuff. Boston 3, Aldershot 0, and we are dominant. Little bit of possession for Aldershot, who was the away side today. I thought would provide a much sterner test, but it's not happened at all. If they go for goal there, another shot over. They've just been limited to long shots, really. They've only had 5 shots. 3 of them have been counted as long. I mean, it's not been good from them at all. And as time has ticked away in this second half, it looks as if it's going to be a 3-0 victory to the Boston Boys. You love to see it. That's poor as well from them. And puts it in 5th position. And this is probably a bit of a boost for their goal difference as well. Lovely stuff, though. The boys have played very, very well. Nice to see Cartwright getting on the score sheet, as well as the substitute Ben Morris. But of course, this injury to David Cartwright could prove to be devastating. I mean, it's time to find out what's the sitch with him then. We play Kidderminster on the Saturday, so we should probably just have a little look here. What is the situation? As Carlisle secure their spot? That's ages. 5 to 8 weeks is a long old time. It's the end of March, or the 22nd of March. Let's take a look then. How long does that rule him out for? I mean, that's not good. If we get to a playoff final, there's a slim chance he makes it back, but yeah, not good. Not good at all. All right, then. Next game coming up. That's really annoying. Next game coming up will be against Kidderminster. We may just about have Marky Fletcher back. It'll be touch and go. There's 3 to 9 days, so we don't really know when he'll be back. But I'll see you for it then in just a couple of moments. Oh, worth noting, viewers, we've had Regen Day. It was rubbish. So, no, really bad. Really not. Just, I'm not even going to talk about it. This was the best player, Josh Wymark. Which is interesting because when he got injured, I went, Wymark, so it makes sense. If he was good and he was called Wymark, that would have been a great name, wouldn't it? But whatever. I'm just interested, before we play this next cup game, I just want to see, what am I doing here? I just want to see what our wage expenditure is compared to the rest of the league. I don't know. Salary per annual. Oh, it's up there, blimey. And that, my friends, is probably why we were predicted to come second this season. We are high on that list. In terms of transfer expenditure, we didn't spend too much at all. 21st on that one. In fact, I think we made money. Oh, yeah. We made money. Did I even mention last episode that Robbie Burton's gone to Dundee? Robbie Burton's gone to Dundee. I don't think I did. I mean, congratulations to him playing in the Ladbrokes Premiership. I mean, well done, Robbie Burton. A good player. Enjoyed his company, enjoyed his time here, but has left. I really should keep a track of things on this series. Basically, I wasn't playing him as much this season as in previous years, so I thought 100k, let's cash in. Financially, we didn't massively need it, but it was nice to have a little boost. So, yeah, well done, Ben. Couldn't you have edited something in? Couldn't you have made it in last episode? Can you just notify me? All right, I'll do it now then, if you want. Yeah, well, it's too late now, isn't it? I look like a fool, a bloody fool. Oh, well, yeah, you do. As long as you're proud of yourself, that's what matters, isn't it? It's not about my feelings, it's about your feelings. How do you feel about all of this? I feel victimised. You should be embarrassed, frankly. I'm not embarrassed for me. I'm embarrassed for you. So you're in charge here. It's your job. All right, well, now I do feel embarrassed. You should feel embarrassed. Look at those glasses. They look ridiculous. You're wearing the same glasses. Don't know what you're talking about, actually. Oh, you can't see now, can you? So this is... No, I can't. I genuinely can't. He's got me again. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Okay then, viewers, good bit of news is that Callum Gribben has passed a late fitness test, so can maybe play for a little bit. I don't think I'm going to start him in the game, though. Let's give you a little bit of a recap. The first game was a 2-1 defeat to Kidderminster. We didn't even score in the game, so you know it's gone well, and the Marky Fletcher injury was the real takeaway. But they went off to an early lead, and we got a goal back, but we didn't do it from our own making. Didn't play particularly well, didn't really have anything to influence the game too much. So second leg coming up, away from home, we're going to have to do our mighty best. I don't think there'll be away goals, will there? Surely not. No. If it's level, then it'll be extra time. Or yeah, I don't think there's anything. You get 21,000 for winning this competition. 21,000, which after just looking at my wage budget, it's not that much, is it? All right then, we're playing against them. They've got a 4-4-2 going on. They've got a lot of regens in the middle. That guy there, Joe Fairs. Apparently really likes the teacups. Oh, whatever, Ben. That's not even for you. You've heard you say that, and you've gone, that's rubbish. Even for you, that's rubbish. Likes the teacups because he's got fair in his name. It's just honestly, that was bad. I mean, they're all bad, but when that was bad as well. That was more bad, which isn't the phrase. All right then, 2-1 down, away from home. And we'll see how we do. First sort of 25 minutes or so, I'm interested to see who reacts better, as both sides are pretty even, to be fair. No side's really having anything over the other. We've picked up a booking, and that's the only real thing to talk about. The team is exactly the same as last time, other than Morris coming in up front. And, I mean, 15 minutes till the end of the half, and there's really not much going on. Callum Gribben is a game-changing sort of player. Harvey Neville might be called upon as well, as they've got an injury in the midfield. That might be good for us. Now, I didn't want to go out straight away, play positively, and get hurt. But you can see from that first half, really, in a very tightly contested ball fest, it's maybe an option for us to go slightly more positive and think about some changes. What we'll do first, though, is make the positive change and go more positive. And then from that point onwards, if it's still not having much of an effect, we'll see the likes of Callum Gribben come on, I suspect. I mean, I get to choose, and I'm saying now he'll definitely come on. You do worry, though, without those sort of key striking options, how well we'll fare. As a free kick, Pozzo to go for it. Just wide of that far post. A decent effort, though. But George Penny's not having the greatest game of his life, and he's on a booking. So Callum Gribben's going to come on for him over on that left side, inside forward. We've seen him play there before, and he likes the role as well. It seems clear. The question is, can we do anything to get ourselves back into this game? At least level it up on aggregate, as Fairs is on it now, or Teacups as we like to call him. Where's he coming? No, we don't, Ben. It's still rubbish. They're working this quite nicely, though, Kidderminster, and a goal for them might see this game done. And this was the fear of going positive, as they've scored a cross. They've scored a cross. They've scored... Panic. Anyone help? They've scored a cross. They've scored a cross. They've scored a cross. They work it quite neatly in the midfield, but they've scored a... I mean, the right-back's got it there. If he's shooting, which he's clearly not, he's not even looking in that direction, as the goalkeeper there has flown so high, it's unbelievable. Right, we're going to go more attacking. We're going to go for it. It's a cup game, viewers. We don't really see us do this ever, so let's just go for it a bit. We're going to go 3 at the back. Harvey Neville's coming on as Gribben goes behind Morris, who's going to be switched up to a Porcher. And then, yeah, Harvey Neville's going to start there. Gribben's going to come on and attack the middle. Lawrence is going to attack as well from the central area, which, I mean, Pozzo's going to be a half-back. We're going for this. I mean, admittedly, making a player a half-back isn't necessarily going to change too much, but it will hopefully make him find balls forward quicker, as that is missed from Galvin, as, I mean, one of the chipmunks, Galvin, Simon, Theodore, Gribben, he's gone through, it's got to be a goal, oh, it should have been, and Morris scores, okay, 3-2 on aggregate, back to level terms. There's still time here, viewers, 25 minutes to go, as you can see, it's the press from us, great header in the centre from Robinson, and then Gribbin does all the work, but he's a bit unfortunate to not score, really. It comes back off Gribbin, falls to Morris, who's never going to miss from there. We've gone attacking, we've gone hell for leather here, viewers. We're going to go fairly wide. In fact, we'll usually play very narrow. We're going to try and stretch things out a little bit and see if we can penetrate as true. Oh, he's on a booking there. I thought he was going to be game overed right there. The worry, of course, if Kidderminster to score again, this could be the fun over. We're playing 3 at the back now, so this sort of thing might just happen as Ironside scores and I feel daft. Oh, that's not gone well. That's it. I mean, there's still time, though. There's still time. 15 minutes to go. Don't worry about this highlight. There's still time for this. Let's go very attacking. We're going hell for leather. Thompson's having a shocker at the back. Akumu's going to come on just in case that he does something terrible. And it looks as if... maybe not. I nearly called it there, viewers, but I'm taking it back as Morris finds Alabusu on the right side. Back to the fire. If he can find a ball forward, he can. Alabusu's got it back, and he goes back to the fire again. Pozzo in the centre as we're going to try and work on opening somewhere. You can see our... Oh, no, we're not. We're shambolic. It's a problem, viewers. It's a panic. Oh, no. I think we might be out of the FA Trophy, a competition that previously I cared little for. Now, devastation is upon my face. Ready? Look at that. That is the photo. Trustov's played it through. Alexander shoots under the keeper. We've gone for it late doors, viewers, and we've been punished. We've not played well either. I think that's the most disheartening factor of all of this. Unless, viewers, there's the greatest comeback of all time as Gribbin goes through. Can he score? No, he can't. You've got to wonder. Cartwright, Fletcher, if they were in the side today, how many would we have scored? Probably 15. Well, you can't say we've not gone for it. Late corner for us, which is poor from Gribbin, you've got to say. And that's game over then. Kidderminster 3, Boston 1. Oh, damn. I don't think we played too badly. We just left ourselves way too open at the back of the game, so it was very easy for them to find spaces, find holes. I can't fault any performances, though. We've tried hard. They loved that. I can't believe they loved it. I thought they were going to be fuming. But let's take a look then. What games have we got left to go as our focus turns back to the league? Getting that automatic spot now is all but impossible. We'd need Carlisle, Chesterfield, Aldershot and Gateshead to lose every game from now and us to win every game to stand any chance of getting in that position. I think it's probably unlikely, viewers, if I'm going to be completely honest. But getting into those playoffs looks likely. 4 points the gap right now between ourselves and Salford, who have slipped down to 8th position. I mean, we're having an average season. They're having a poor year when they were expected to get promoted. Dagenham, Curzon Ashton, Fylde, Harrogate, Chesterfield and Yeovil to come. And just by saying those names, it suggests to me, apart from maybe Chesterfield, they are all very winnable. So the playoffs should certainly be a possibility. Next time we meet then, it may well be the Chesterfield-Yeovil games at the back end of the season, even maybe just the final game of the season. I think the playoffs are looking likely. If it starts to change, gets a little bit tight, then you'll see me again tomorrow at 5 PM with a little bit more action. But you will anyway, regardless. If you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like on it. Let's aim for 1,000 likes. If you're enjoying the videos, it's always nice to see you supporting them by liking them. And I'll see you again soon. With love, with care. From me, it's Until next time, goodbye. I've saluted. You know it's serious.